welcome along and welcome back to Silverrun Forest. Today we're headed down to the roller coaster. It is hopefully our final day on here, and we're expecting the roller coaster to actually complete any minute. We've got the last few barrels and the last few buckets to go in, and once we've done that, we are gonna go and figure out how much everything we've got around here is worth. We're gonna sell off all of our production chains and everything, raise a whole load of money, and see how much we have to go over to our next forestry series. Let's have a look here. We've got 10 liters of barrels and 6 liters of buckets. So let's speed things up a little bit and see what happens when the roller coaster builds. So gonna just turn up the time. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just waiting for this last bit to tick over. 1 liter of barrel to go. And come on, I want to see this build. I really want to see this build. Come on. And 0. Nothing's happened. Maybe it needs to just process that last little bit, because it does have points of a thing. And there we go. Oh. What? Okay, so the roller coaster's not built, everybody. That's a little bit anticlimactic, right? You know what the really annoying thing about this is? We had all of these things. So what I need to do immediately is whatever we've got still running in our productions, we need to turn off selling. So change output mode to storing on everything. And hope that we've got enough to get through the rest of this. No, not selling. Storing. I don't think we're actually going to need the armoire. So deactivate the armoire. The chairs, we need to change that to store. Change that to store. Floor tiles, that is storing, thankfully, although it's not making any. Shingles, those need to change to storing. Staircase railings, right, change that to storing. And then turn off the pepper grinder and the bowl. Old sawmill is out of wood, so if we need any planks or anything like that, we're going to be out of luck. The metal is distributing, and the wool is selling. So let's change the output mode on that as well to storing, just in case. Right, so what do we have? We have plenty of staircase railings, so we don't need any more of those. We've got lots of wood beams. We've got lots of metal. We've got lots of... Okay, let's go through, and what I'm going to do is, rather than going through the storage list, which is what I was doing, let's go through the bottom list here. So, wood beams, yes. Planks, no. So we need to go and get some planks. Planks long, yes, we got enough of those, thankfully. Metal, we got enough of that. Prefab walls... we have none of that, so we need prefab walls and planks from the sawmill. Staircase railings, we have enough of. Chairs, we need chairs. We need we don't need tables. We need shingle, and we need. We've got enough buckets. We do not have enough barrels. So, what we need are planks, prefab walls, chairs, shingle, and buckets. So we can turn off barrels and we can turn off bathtubs. We can turn off tables because we don't need those at the moment. We can turn off the staircase railings, and then yeah, everything else there can. So fabric, well, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to deactivate anything at the moment that we're not using. Now, we need planks, but not that, and we're going to need prefab. So we're going to have to go and cut some wood. We do have 123 shingle, but that's not a full pallet. So we're going to have to make some shingle. Chairs, thankfully, we're making and storing, and buckets we're making and storing. So, yep, we need to go and cut some wood. Because we're gonna have to make some shingle, which we need planks long for. We're gonna need some wooden planks, so we're gonna have to activate the planks long as well. Let's change the output mode on that to storing and on that to storing. Right. We're not done yet, and because I would quite like to get this through and done today, and we're already halfway through the day, let's turn this down to 5 times and head back to our logging camp. It seems we're not yet done with Silverrun Forest. So I'm not going to dwell too much on the jobs we're doing. I'm going to go and cut a full trailer full of wood, get that loaded up. We'll take that down to the sawmill. Hopefully, we should be able to get that processing. It's probably going to be a case of we process it overnight and then take stuff down to the sawmill, to our location tomorrow, to the roller coaster tomorrow. Shingle is something that we're going to need as well, so the first set of planks out are going to have to go down there. I haven't connected up any of my cables, but that's okay. So we're going to get this into position. I'm going to cut down 6 trees because 6 trees should be all we need. And we'll get them loaded up onto the trailer and down to the sawmill. Last tree to cut, and that then gives us 6 down in here. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So going to jump into my harvester now and get them processed. Halfway through, I've got 2 trees on here, so we're just going to push these up towards the end, and then nicely, neatly push them in a little bit. I find it's better if I push them in so that they're in line with this side rather than right up against the wall on the other side. It seems to work out better for us with the wheel loader. And then the other thing I've found is that I really want to just get about as close to the other end or the wall side as I can when I'm picking them out of here. Now, we do have 2 trees worth in here, and I only want a few to go on the top of the front of the trailer. So, yeah, not too many for this first lot. But this is going well. We're already halfway loaded on the trailer with this. So just another half of the trailer to go, and we can go and drop this off at the sawmill. The final set of logs to go on the trailer, and then we'll get all of this down to the sawmill and get it unloaded. And hopefully then we can start processing stuff. We're then going to start getting the other bits and pieces we need back to the roller coaster, get stuff processing, make sure exactly how much we need. The idea is that by the end of the day, we should have everything we need for the roller coaster created and done. We should have some planks and hopefully some fitted... some prefab walls and things by that point as well. And then, with any luck, it'll only delay the launch a day. But we'll see what happens. I'm so very pleased that our tree farm has made it easy to do this and get a whole load of wood like this if we need to grab some fairly quickly. There was a time on here where this would have taken us a lot longer to get this done. and we would have found ourselves with a dearth of wood to do something like this. However, we can just back this into here, take off all of our straps, and then it'll unload all this wood and we can start processing it. In the meantime, we're going to go and grab the Unimog and start seeing if we got some chairs and some buckets. I was so sure that we'd finish the roller coaster. I'm a little bit disappointed, obviously, that it wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be. I'm really hoping that this is the final stage now. It's one of those things where it shows how far we've got on this series, actually, that we're able to turn around and go, right, we're missing these items to do this last stage that needs everything, and we can just load them in and go. What does worry me a little bit is that we have a whole load of stuff stored at the roller coaster that currently isn't being used. And if it isn't being used, does that mean there's still another stage to go before this will finish? And are we going to be going a few more episodes in order to finish it off? I don't know. We're going to load up as much as we can today. We will probably skip ahead to tomorrow to see where we are. And I think at this rate, I might have sort of an epilogue episode just to work out how much we have and how much we are gonna be taking with us to our next forestry location. But it all kind of depends on whether this is it and whether this is going to be enough for us to complete this. So we'll see where we are today, and we'll see where we end up. We need to fold that down before we lock these all down. Otherwise, our little teleskid will land or will remain in the air. So we'll take all these chairs, and I'm going to do the same down here. We should be able to go past the barrel factory down the bottom here and just pick up a contingent of... oh, they're around the back on here, aren't they? I think we should be able to pick up some barrels as well. What have we got out the back? Yes, we've got a load of barrels out the back, and a load of buckets out the back. I can't remember whether it was barrels or buckets we needed. So what I'm going to do is actually head over to the roller coaster and check out. I'm going the wrong way on this side of the road here. Never mind, we'll skip over. And then, yeah, head round to the roller coaster. All right, so let's bring these chairs in, see see what they fill up. There we go. So we need both barrels and buckets, but we already have buckets here. So yeah, it's barrels we need. Let's go and grab some barrels and bring them over here as well, and see if we can keep these numbers going down and finish this off. So back down to the barrel factory. We'll take all of our things off there and open that up so that we can get this out. We'll take a couple of pallets of barrels down there, which should be more than enough to complete it. And oh yeah, I forgot, barrels are on extra wide pallets, aren't they? Good thing we have an extra wide setup for these. In fact, I think they go this way round. First ones that I've noticed that you can actually or are designed to be approached from this side, and actually are easier to handle from this side. Now we've got 1,000 liters of these on here, so that is more than enough for us to complete the roller coaster. So let's get those on here as well. Yeah, the irony that we had more than enough prefab and planks and everything like that, and we put them all on that train last time and sold them all off. that does not escape me. That is, it was a little bit crazy that we sold basically everything we needed to complete this last time. We made a huge amount of money. I mean, we are nearly up 300,000 before we go anywhere. With selling land and selling productions and all of that, I think we may have a really huge amount of money to establish ourselves on our next location. And it's going to be a fairly big forestry operation, I think, when we go for our next one. However, right now, we've not even completed this one yet. Need to take my gears down a little bit, give myself a little more oomph. Right, let's get this down to the roller coaster then. So, second delivery, and there we go. That is all the barrels needed. So, what do we have left? So, we've got all the wooden beams we need. We need to get planks. Planks long. Wow, we do need some planks long. So we need planks long, prefab walls are needed down here, and shingle, I think, is the last thing we need. So, yeah, we are going to go up to the... we're going to head up to the sawmill then and see if we've got anything processed yet. Hopefully we have. Well, unfortunately, there's nothing here yet. Looks like we're going to have to wait a little bit longer. Just gone 6 o'clock and we've got some long planks. So we're going to load those up and get some shingle being created. Hopefully by the time we get back down here, we will then be able to go and load up with... Well, actually, we can take the short planks as well. So we put the long planks and the short planks on here. Short planks we need as well. Long planks, we are going to need some down at the roller coaster. So what we'll do is we'll get the long planks on here. In fact, what we'll do is we'll put the trailer down flat and put the long planks on there and the short planks on our deck on the back of our trailer, or the back of our Unimog, because we don't actually need to be taking this down there. Once we've got the shingle, we'll need to have this for the shingle, but we won't need it for this. So let's lock that down. And then we want to go and do the same with the short planks here. Thankfully, being September, it's not getting dark quite so early. But it's, yeah. This is the thing. We need to get this all in overnight, because that is that means we should be able to see the results of it all tomorrow. So let's park this out the way so that it doesn't stop anything spawning. And then we are gonna head over this way with this. Gonna redo that. And yeah, let's head over and see exactly whether we can get some shingle done. And if we can get some shingle done, we'll be in a good place, and also drop off the first lot of planks. The shingle factory is round the back here, if I remember correctly. There should be an entrance. Yeah, just round here. We never did anything in the framing factory at all. So I'm expecting this to take the long planks and not the short planks. Yeah, there they go. So those will go in there now and create boxes of shingle sitting outside the shingle factory. We didn't need to do that. Oh no. Right, well, let's go and drop off these short planks and lament over the fact that I've got a whole load of shingles sitting outside my shingle factory. Right, let's drop this off. And yeah, we can get the shingle in here now as well, which would be great. But yeah, now we've got to create more long planks, which isn't so great, but that's all right. We'll go and grab our little telly truck and put right that wrong and grab some shingle. I didn't even know I had. So we're back down to the shingle factory here with just a whole load of shingle sitting outside. That is just mad. There's what, 4,000 liters of shingle sitting here, which we can now just get loaded up. I'm going to only load up 2,000 liters. That's more than enough. Oh, we've still got one of the straps on. There we go. Yeah, I mean, that's a little bit crazy that we have 4,000 liters of shingle sitting here that I did not know about. That is, it's going to be more than enough to finish this. Now, part of the reason why I'm putting extra in is because I want to make sure if this isn't the final stage that we are overloading stuff. We certainly seem to have a lot more in storage at the roller coaster than the roller coaster currently needs. And with what's happened recently, that does worry me a little bit. So we're going to see if overloading it a little bit helps us. We need to undo those and strap those on and then get this here. We're going to be going a little bit into the night just with the last couple of bits we need from the sawmill, because we need some long planks and we need the prefabs from there. But once those are done and dropped off, we're gonna head forward and see again if it completes and if it finishes, because I'm really hoping it's going to. I'm really hoping that by the end of today we're gonna be riding the roller coaster. So is this going to, well, this will be enough to do this. What time tonight is the rest gonna finish at? So, we have everything we need, I think. Although our storage list is a lot shorter than... We need tables. Tables are now required. We don't have enough of those on here. So, it looks like we still need long planks, prefab walls, tables, and now buckets. So, yeah, I'm going to go and get some buckets and some tables, because I know we have both of those sitting around here and can get those dropped off. And hopefully it won't be too long before we have the long planks and the prefab walls as well. Thankfully, we've got a couple of things of tables over here. So, drop this off and undo all of our straps. Need to get some lights turned on this as well. Oh no, still got one strap right at the back. There we are. Yeah, it's oh, this is crazy. This is just us running all over the place trying to fill up the holes that we've got in this, knowing that we can produce all of this. And just, I wasn't expecting it. If you can't tell, I was not expecting a final stage that required everything. And I'm really hoping this is the final stage. It's taken us 5 years to get all of this done. And right now, we have everything in place to do this. What I'm going to find, the very last thing it's going to need is a picture frame, isn't it? Going to need like 5 picture frames in order to complete for a final stage. And yeah, that's going to be really, really soul destroying. However, we have all of this strapped on. We can put our little teleskid in the back, and in fact I think we'll go and grab, we know we've got a pallet of buckets down at the barrel factory, so we'll go and grab those pallet of buckets, and we can get that taken as well down to the down to the roller coaster. And actually, I've left all the lights on my little teleskid. Yeah, there's a couple of pallets of buckets down here, so we'll put those on top of the tables. And I thought I had that on there straighter than I have. Never mind. So push that on a little bit, and about there-ish, and then pull that out. So we'll then strap those down and get this loaded up and head back to our roller coaster and see if this, well, this should cover everything except for those last 2 bits. All right, so let's pull this into here. Oh, where'd he come from? And unload this. There we are. That's all the tables unloaded, and then if I undo those, that should be the remaining buckets. Unless, actually, I think it's full on buckets. So, oh, wow, we can make a little bit of extra. I'm just going to take these across the road and sell them. But yeah, that's more buckets than it needs, which does concern me because if it has a maximum amount it's willing to take at the moment, does that mean that it's just going to hit this point where it needs more stuff? I'm really hoping not, because if so, we've still got quite a way to go on this. Time has just gone 11 p.m. We've got 3 loads of wooden planks here. We've got a prefab wall and we've got a long planks. So perfect. We can now get what should hopefully be the last load of items over to our over to the roller coaster. I'm hoping there's not any more. We will do one more check. I think the way I'm gonna have to do this is we'll put the prefab wall on the trailer, and then we'll put the we'll put a couple of these and the long planks on the on our the back of our Unimog. So let's grab these. Possibly should be using my big flatbed for this, but I've taken the big truck back to the logging camp now, and that's all put away because it is 11 o'clock at night, and it needs to be you know, we should really be in bed rather than still messing about with all of this, but not much I can do about it, unfortunately. Right, back that off. That'll be fine in there. Strap it down and it'll make it there fine. And then we'll put the long planks on next on the front, and oh wow, we've got 2 sets of long planks out now. I don't think, do you know what, because I'm just not taking any chances, I'm gonna take all of these long planks and take them down there, and we'll put 2 sets of short planks on top as well. I don't think we need that many, but if I've got 2,000 of each, 2,000 liters of each, that is more than going to cover what we need up there, and we may even have a few that we can sell off. Now, something that I'm sure somebody's going to point out at some point is that rather than going to all this trouble, we could have just purchased some of these things from the other sawmill, and it is very true. You can purchase certainly long planks and short planks, I think, from the other sawmill, but the idea is to make money, not to spend it to finish the roller coaster. And that is now just pushing that. Come on, underneath, please. Yeah, there we go. On there, like that. And then out. And then we'll grab 2 of these and plonk them on the top. Strap it all down. We'll have to leave the JCB up here. But that should hopefully be enough. But as I said, we'll check it when we get down there. I think we should be hopefully launching the roller coaster, if not tomorrow, then in November, just in time for the winter season. Right, and... Oh, come on. No, don't move that one. Let's put that down there. Pull that out. Strap that all down. Like that. Okay. We'll turn this off. And we'll take this all down to the roller coaster and see if that is enough to finish everything. Right, bring these in to unload. Planks going out, prefab wall going out. It's all in. Is that enough to do it all? We still have less things listed than we have actually being used. That's weird. So what are we missing now? Now this is odd because I have just delivered prefab wall, but it says there's no prefab wall in storage and it doesn't process things that long. We also no longer have wood beams in here, even though I'm sure we had more than enough wooden beams before as well. I don't think this shows the full list of what's in storage. And I don't know how you show. I just want to check for a minute and see if things like metal continues to go down. Yeah, look at that. Metal is going down. So that means not everything that's in storage here is necessarily necessarily showing. The box isn't big enough. So I'm going to go and get some sleep back at our logging camp. We'll head down here for about midday tomorrow, I think, and see if there's anything else that we need once it has completed. But I think at this point, everything the roller coaster should need to complete should be here. So it's 25 the following day, and yeah, most of the materials that we've delivered and got here are have now been used, and it's getting close to the end of this stage. It is still requiring the prefab walls, and they are going to be going overnight. By the looks of things, but it looks like tomorrow morning at the beginning of November we're going to have a completed roller coaster. So I'm going to let it complete. We're going to roll one more day over and we're going to see if this is completed at that point. It's 8 a.m. on November, and we're heading down to the roller coaster to see if it has finally completed, or if we're going to be continuing on here for a little bit longer. I'm not got my hopes up. There's a lot of chain link fence and everything still about, and this looks very unchanged. And look, it's got a full set of items that needs doing again. So no, the roller coaster is not finished. This is not the end of this series, and it looks like we're going to be on Silverrun Forest for a little while longer yet. So we'll be back on Tuesday, and we'll be picking up right from here in November. So all that remains for now is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.